Hey guys, Untitled Boy here, and today we're going to be doing another video. Now, we're going to be doing a dissection video. So, first of all, and let's take about the first step, is to take off the filter. Now that's out of the way. And then we get to the real dissection to this. Now, to assemble the mask, and yes it is, you're going to need a screwdriver, flathead, and to assemble it back, you're going to need this. So you can get these parts back in. So now you decided to put the screw in there and do it one at every one of these clamps. Oh. I know it's a very common mask. It may be people who disassembled it. Yep. Yeah, this... Don't worry, I'll reassemble this whole thing back, which... That's the reason why I got the hammer for. And the bottom part, you're going to have to get... Now you take that whole thing off. And you pry this. And this is the filter, and this is the entire inhale and exhale piece. So you're going to have to... You got to remove the piece of cloth. Got to keep that. Do it like that. Just flip the entire piece out and here you go. Now you get the flapper piece off. It's going to take a little elbow grease to it. Now you take this entire ring piece out here. There are two little notches in there, and if you can see it right here. Go bend those. Well, there's three of them. One's on the bottom. You bend those. Just take this whole flapper piece out. Here's the rubber gasket. So just pry that out here. Now, make sure you put this back in. And then you get this piece out of here. That's what's in there. Now, this is a little hard to get by. Yeah, you just keep it like this. You can't reach that in there. Next step, we get to the eyepieces. Yes, the eyepieces out there. Again, just like the inhale, exhale assembly, you have to do the same thing. Just get these little prong pieces and pry them out. This one's a little... Oh yeah, a little headline out here. I finally managed to get a replacement for the Serbian M2 since that exhale valve area, well, ring broke. So I just decided to get that. So I decided to order that so I can at least keep one that is not broken. Yeah, just you dig in there, but don't break the mask, which that's another thing about that. But then you yeah, mine's is very looseful, so not only by the XL valve, but the whole thing itself. Now, you take this off after you got that taken out. Of course, you take this out, take the eyepiece out. Now, in the eyepiece area, now, right before you do anything, just memorize this here. The rubber ring. I'm going to say you better keep that on there. But this is further another thing about this. Now, memorize this before you decide to reassemble back there. Now, I will give you a little cut transition, and then I will be giving you how to reassemble back. And here it is. The mask is disassembled. Yeah, it does look like a cursed image. But here's what all the pieces look like. Now, let's go reassemble this back together. Now, you start putting out, let's do it like this for every time you forward the mask. But here's another thing. You're going to have to put this on the eyepiece. Believe me, this thing is And be careful, this thing is pretty sharp when dealing with this, because it will cut you, which I actually got that. Wait, maybe I can actually get this in there first, and then... Man, this is much harder like the... Well, I gotta say that the Serbian M2 is much easier to disassemble and then reassemble, but this one really takes the cake. And then you put that in there, and then this... Oh wait, gotta get the eyepiece in there. Now, do it on this side, you know, this one outside, and this one inside. So, this is gonna be a pain, but... It's... Yeah, it's being like this, but... Wait. Yeah, this... Oh boy, these... Yeah, this thing... I guess all of them takes the cake for when it comes to getting these eyepieces really hard back into the mask, which... Yep. Yeah, just slip on these. And that's how you get there. Now, and then this is where the hammer part comes in. Now make sure you bend all the pieces back. Yeah, but now you got the mask eyepiece in there. Now you gotta have to do this, and this is where I bring out the hammer piece. And make sure you slightly tap it. Slightly tap this piece. Yeah, I spray painted it black. But make sure you don't, like, hit the eyepiece or anything. Because it is glass. Oh yeah, funny thing about the Russians are still using glass eyepieces. Looking at the PMK-3. And that is a modern mask. Yeah, they still use those type of construction on there. They use the latex construction. Make sure this whole thing is secure by pulling it. Okay, that's good. Now, I'm going to transition cut this so I can, because believe me, it's a pain, major pain to get the eyepieces back in. And here we go. Now, another thing you can do is use your thumb, yes, if you have the strength for it, and then push it in there, yeah. And that's what I'm doing. If the hammer doesn't work, there's a good old use a thumb and elbow grease. Now that is secured. Oh boy, this one's. Now, first of all, remember, get all the pieces in there. And this is the last step for to assemble the mask. Now make sure you stretch this whole thing. You guys stretch this whole thing and then start thumb and bam. Get the little ring in there. Well, the half ring. And another again, you got to use the little screwdriver. Sure you get it back in there. Now this one's much easier. It's a little more, just make it tighter. There we go. Now you got to put this piece in here, but not like this. And it actually brings me this funny story that this was, you know, when I first got the GB5 or the ShM-62u, when I got the mask, it looked like this piece itself was right like this. And surprisingly, this is now 10 years when I first got that mask. And not like this, so just slide this in. And there you go. Now you put this right in there. Well, maybe a madman, but at least I can do this. Make sure you get those inhale assemblies. It's right, these two pieces lined in. make sure you stretch them out. Stretch them to this line. Now you gotta get the thing in there. Yeah, this thing broke. But this is not really as bad as the other one, the Yugo and Serbian M2. So, okay, now oh yeah, let me go. Again, you're gonna have to. Now, if it wasn't like very much you stretch them all out like that, just use it with your thumb, or because you know that there's going to be some hammer action on this. So if this was sticking outwards, then you can put this metal ring out here. Oh wait, I forgot something. Now this is unlike the eyepieces because it doesn't you don't have to smack, almost don't want to hit the eyepiece. Okay, let me just get and you just, yeah, these things are a pain in the neck to get these metal rings in there, but now don't worry, we're gonna have to push in on there. And now you get the hammer and then make sure you get this back in there. I wish I have a sickle so I can use something hilarious with that, so I can make that whole hammer sickle joke for this. But unfortunately I don't have a sickle, so just like everything else, make sure you have the secure on your thumb to make it more secured. Yeah, if you reassemble this thing back, it won't turn back. Okay, that's what it looks like. Now that is the assembly of the GP5 or the ShM-62u. Now I know this is a really short video, but I must digress. Now that's a very common mask. So what's the pros of the, well, let's see, be honest here. You're going to require tools, so that might be better off use of it. But yeah, there's a lot of bending and everything else. And even some of the parts you can't even get out of there, like this entire piece. So you just might as well just let that be in there. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those much more. You're gonna need a lot of elbow grease on this, and some hammer and screwdriver. Yeah, yep, that's that. But that wraps up the entire disassemble or the dissection of the GP5. Now, make sure you like the video, comment down below, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'm Artiller Boy, and I'm signing out. And it's great to see the 50 subscribers. Now, tune in next time when I'm doing another mask or a rather off a between on these two. The ANVPF1 or the MP5. Which one beats better? I'm signing out.